Today we have a session on one of the four most important professional skills, including making of resumes, making of cover letters, how to write emails, and then how to face interviews. What are some interview hacks we can learn today? Let's understand the difference between these two terminologies we often mistake and we interchangeably use them: a CV and a resume. While a CV is lengthier, a resume has to have a limit. CV, a short written summary of a person's career, qualifications, and education. I told you it's education based, it's career centric. Okay, let's read definition of a resume here. Formal document, professional qualifications, experience, skills, education, notable accomplishments. Okay. While a CV, as we say, three things in general, it's based on careers, your experience, your internships can be focused there, your career, your education, and these skills that are centric to your career, to your education, it's more on the lines of academics. Now, a resume, on the other hand, would include you including your skills also, not just achievements, your skills also. And I will show you samples now to show you how to go about it and where do we put all of these things. Okay, we'll start with the resume. This is for a researcher position at Academia Series. The first page is only this: a picture in font 48, the name of the person, and then the candidate, the position he's applying for, researcher. Okay, a photo should generally not be put in a resume. It's a risky bet putting your photo in your resume. If you're willing to take that bet, please go ahead and put your photo in the resume. Otherwise, it's not encouraged that you do. Second, you don't need to waste this much space. You don't need to. That's a strict don't. Let's go ahead. He's written the position he's applied for, something which I'll tell you the correct way of writing. Now let's come to the resume. Here's a profile. Profile can also include an objective. Education, here you see, is something we put. Internship and participation and programs is something we put. And see the way they have written it: the name of the place and the month they have done the internship in. Similarly, name of the place and the month they have done the internship in. An impressive way of writing that is something you can understand. Followed by this part, if you see, includes roles and responsibilities in the particular internship they undertook. Now let's come to another part. बहुत सारी internships हैं इनकी. आगे आते हैं MUN list. Can be framed in a better manner. List of model UN conferences participated in can be something like that. It can be put. Okay, MUN list sounds like not a very impressive way of doing it. Now see here, Coursera, understanding IR theory certification, etc., etc., etc. This is not an internship. This is a course they have put. A course can be put in a certain separate heading. Okay, I've done these many courses. Internships can be put separate. Volunteerships should be put separate. And I think this is okay. Here is the table. जो कि देखिए आपको कैसे दिख रहा है, यहाँ पे टेबल देखिए, ये देखिए. You see? Now these are the kind of things that make a mark. See, यहाँ पे ये पूरा आ रहा है, and ये जो है, this is not a very impressive way for finding it. And see, we will go to another sample here, and this is again a very impressive sample if you go by a resume sample. In the it starts with this terminology: in the name of God. Okay, secularism is a thing. We respect religions, but no, don't do that. You have to respect a CV which is universally applicable, and not a CV which is applicable to only, or pleasing to you only. Personal data, it starts with personal information is the first thing we started with. The name of the person, which I have obviously for certain reasons not put there. Second, name, address, province, date of birth, gender, marital status, telephone, email. All important terms. You can please note it down. That education records can be framed in a better manner as education experience, and that certainly is the second thing you put there. Special achievements. You see, there's a column. Special achievements here. Please note it down. It just starts point blank to worked, received an award, worked in this. I did this. I am very passionate about this. Thus, I received this award. Is something you don't have to put. You can simply write achieved the Dash Award in entrepreneurship. Great, works. Or achieved the Dash Award in Entrepreneurship awarded by the University of something something in this year. Done. Your job is done right there. Impressive enough to make a mark. Second, special skills. See the amount of effort they have put in, putting skills certainly gives them an upper edge. But consider it was a one-page CV only that you had to write. Do you think this much taking this much space only on your skills is something that you should put? The answer is no, because you have to see where to stop. And as great as your skills, maybe you have to find a better way to accommodate them. Similarly, we go with this is a great CV. Okay, language knowledge. These are certain languages they put. They'd also write writing में उनका कैसा proficiency है, excellent. Reading excellent, conversation excellent. You can simply put their skills like what is your proficiency, and we'll come to proficiency also. How many languages can you put? Next, let's go ahead with work experience. So something I have serious complaints from here. A great work experience, if you see, but put at a very later position in their CV. Something we should have kab upar. More important than skills, more important than language proficiency. The placement of text in the CV is not appropriate, as is the alignment. If you see, uniformity is very important in a resume. Let's go ahead. Computer knowledge. Taking up a lot of space, wasting up a lot of space is something you have to. इसलिए 6 पेज का CV. So that is something we will understand, and we will try and use the best optimum. देखिए इनकी skills में इनके 1.5 पेज चले गए. फिर रेफरेंस है इनकी, और बहुत ही अच्छी रेफरेंस है. आई मीन वाइस चांसलर है यूनिवर्सिटी के, इनकी रेफरेंस. फिर इसके बाद इनके खाली पेजेस हैं बहुत सारे, वो जो मुझे नहीं पता क्यों है. So that was about this. I will show you a sample now. This is from no one. This is just a sample that you can refer to. Something that is a very well put sample of a resume. We will understand the intricacies here. I'll move on to the next concept after this. Here is first name and last name, if you see. Okay. And this is it. This should be followed by यहीं पर आप accommodate कर सकते हैं. इसी के नीचे अपना एड्रेस, अपना फोन नंबर, अपनी ईमेल आईडी. आपने बहुत सारा स्पेस बचा लिया जिसके लिए आप अलग अलग यहाँ पे हेडिंग बना सकते थे. सो आप बहुत सारा स्पेस यहाँ बचा रहे हैं. Similarly, male, female, and years, your age can also be put. There's something on the top. Your name, as a rule, your name should be bigger in font than the other things that will follow. Okay, because it highlights your name. Please make note of that. Second, let's come to education. We put education experience. I put the name of the course, ICSC class 12th. कब पास आउट हुआ मेरे को ये लिखना है. कहाँ से मैंने किया, कौन से बोर्ड से किया, मैंने ये लिखना है. So for example, Ryan International School, board CBSE. How much have I scored there? 90%. Fair enough for me putting there. Let's come to internships. Summer intern, the position they had, followed by the name of the company, and in what city. Based on a common alignment, कब से कब तक. Okay, should be something that should be put. Now, company X, a one-line description. What does that mean? You can also define your company. The company करती क्या है. Academic projects. Academic projects would include your publications, any papers you publish, any essays you've written, any blogs you've written, all can be included in academic projects. Next, academic achievements and awards is again something that we have shown. Same way में आपको लिखना है, just placement आपको देखनी है. First thing should be education. Second should be internship, work experience. Third should be your positions of responsibility, again can come नीचे. Extracurriculars in a professional CV should come end में. They should include debate competitions. They should include any other competition you participated, any awards you've achieved. That, guys, are the samples of a resume. There we end. Let's come to cover letter. What is a cover letter? A cover letter is a brief document that you send to a place along with your resume, where you say why am I applying for whatever I'm applying, and what do I intend to do. Certain essentials of a cover letter, and I will show you the sample of a cover letter also, which will tell you the do's and don'ts. Again, same व्यक्ति का हम cover letter लेंगे जिनका हमने resume लिया था. So इन्होंने अपनी यहाँ पे भी फोटो डाली है. So photo, please don't put it. Write who you are addressing it to. Cover letter has to be in the format of a letter, as the name sounds. Okay. A cover letter should be in the following format. It should include the person you're addressing it to. Consider The person who's in charge for hiring you here is the HR manager. You write HR, Human Resources Manager, Aspirant India Initiative. This is sufficient. Okay. Secondly, just give me a minute. Secondly, they have addressed the team, dear Academia series. You can, it's an institution they're addressing. You can simply write dear hiring manager, whosoever it is. If you know the name of exact person who is accountable for your hiring, then you can write the name of the person. So consider our human resource manager is Khushi. You can write dear Khushi Jain. But you don't know the name of the person who has to hire. पता नहीं किसी के पास जा सकता है. You just write dear hiring manager. जो भी है अपने आप देख लेगा. ठीक है? Then you write why you applying. अपने बारे में आप तारीफें करेंगे, अपनी फ्लेक्स करेंगे बेसिकली कि मेरे पास ये एक्सपीरियंस है इसलिए मेरे को लिया जाए. उसके बाद आप अपने रीजन स्टेट करेंगे या जो भी है, एंड देन आप कंक्लूड करेंगे. तो a 2-3 paragraph cover letter is okay. So I will teach you the appropriate format to write an email and we'll start from there. Let's start. Certain terminologies is what we'll refer to. Here is the thing. I'm opening the window and मैं आपको 2-3 चीजें बेसिक बताऊंगा, उसके बाद हम स्टार्ट करेंगे कुछ सैंपल्स के साथ. टू CCC, CC, BCC ये सब लिखना पड़ता है ना. Let's start here. What is to? What is CC? What is BCC? What is subject? And what is the proper format of writing an email? We'll start here today. A to would mean I will give you a situation and then explain so that you understand better. Now, consider consider I want to write an email to Khushi, okay? Or let's say I want to write an email to Adarsh. The email is about us making a movie plan, okay? And I'm starting with informal emails first. The email is about a movie plan which I want to make with others. सर आप ईमेल क्यों लिखोगे मूवी प्लान के लिए, आप व्हाट्सएप पे क्यों कम्युनिकेट नहीं कर सकते? ग्रेट, मैं ईमेल लिखता हूँ. लेट्स मूव अहेड फ्रॉम देयर. आई वांट टू कम्युनिकेट माय मूवी प्लान टू आदर्श ऑन ईमेल. आई विल पुट आदर्श ईमेल आईडी हियर. ठीक है, आई हैव इट ऑलरेडी, अदरवाइज यू पुट द एंटायर ईमेल आईडी. नाउ आई नो कि आदर्श हैज अ गर्लफ्रेंड who would have a problem with me making a plan, and I have to keep her in the loop if I'm making a plan. But my email is not directed to who? Others' girlfriend. Say the girlfriend's name is XYZ. Okay. I put xyz@gmail.com. In my CC. CC is the full form for carbon copy. Okay. Now I'm writing this email to others, but carbon copying to XYZ, who's others' girlfriend, and also CCing to Danish, who is our friend, who we are not taking for the movie, of course. But again, there's something that I would want him to stealthily know, okay? Secretively know. I'll tell you the implication of this also. I put a subject, movie plan is on. What is the email about? Movie plan is on, and I can make it as clear and concise as I can. Okay. Now I write the content. How do I write it? First, write the name of the title of the person you're addressing it to. If Adarsh is my friend and this is a personal email I'm writing, I write dear Adarsh. Or consider I call him with a nickname. I write dear Chintu. Okay, that's it. Dear Chintu, I am writing this email. आपने देखा होगा वो हम लेटर राइटिंग करते हैं तो उसमें लिखते हैं ना कि मैं ये पत्र इसलिए लिख रहा हूँ बिकॉज ये करके, और वो सब माता पिता को मेरा नमस्कार करना है, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. ईमेल्स जनरली कॉम्पैक्ट होते हैं, आपको ये सब करने की जरूरत नहीं. आप स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. अगर आपको कुछ अपने हालचाल पूछना है तो आप लिख सकते हैं कि आई होप यू डूइंग वेल एंड कीपिंग डूइंग वेल एंड कीपिंग yourself safe. Okay, I'm writing this email to you to inform you that movie plan for 14th June is on. See you there. Very compact, very precise. See you there. Regards, Bablu. So consider he calls me Bablu and we are childhood friends, so I write Bablu. Generally, I can also write my own name. I can write Priyanshu. This is for an informal email. So let's go ahead and discuss the next format. Herein is the next format, and I'll stop the annotation. I had another sample. Wait. अच्छा हो गए 3 samples थे. Great. I will go to some other samples and we will discuss the format of writing a formal email after that. Now I will again open this and I'll show you this and उसके बाद हम आगे बढ़ते हैं. CC, BCC और 2 का difference समझ लीजिएगा because वो बहुत important है. Now we will write a email here. Subject line appropriate. Request for give me a minute. Request for excused attendance. I'll start here. Dear sir, is it the right way to write it? No. You always go with respected. Or you go with Mr. Director. I mean Mr. Director नाम होगा उनको कोई ले लो Mr. सिंह है Mr. सिंह. ठीक है, that also is, but डायरेक्टर के केस में ज्यादातर हमें डर लगता है तो हम डायरेक्टली रिस्पेक्टेड सर लिखेंगे. या फिर a very important thing, consider you writing an email where you don't know the person who's reading it is a male or female, or you know they belong to some other gender, or they belong to, you're not very specific about what the gender is who's reading. It's a commonly directed email. Okay, you don't need to assume there that it's dear sir because it's offensive. Consider what if a female was reading it and you wrote dear sir, it's offensive. To that, avoid that, you be on the safer side. Write dear madam. Madam is the right term to write. Ma'am bhi nahi, madam. / sir. Greetings of the day, a little greetings, okay? Greetings of the day, or whatever. Or I hope this email finds you well. You well. We start with directly. Introduce करेंगे. I am Priyanshu. आप नीचे भी लिखने वाले तो you can also skip this part. You might not write. You will just write, I am a student of your college and am currently enrolled in 4th year. This email, I've come directly to the point. This email is regarding the applications for excused attendance /leave /permit, जो भी कह लो मतलब, and अपना reason लिखोगे आप कि I'm applying because this is my reason, and then you will write in light of the said reasons I would request you to grant me excused attendance on this date, etc. Tell the details and then write looking forward to your response. What do I write? How do I conclude? By writing you're lovely? No. I write your dearest? No. I write your faithfully or sincerely works, or you can simply write thanking you, Priyanshu Grover, and then my details, phone number, this, roll number, this, and that right there is how you write a professional email. Khushi, if you're here, can you play the video?
Yes, just a second.
We'll talk about certain oh no moments of interviews. Okay? Please watch it carefully.
Good.
There's no jobs for manager, it's just for counter.
Good. I'm looking for the least possible amount of responsibility.
Mr. Huff, Mr. Jenner is ready for your interview.
Actually, we'll be interviewing as a team.
We're all in this together, and I wanted to put across the general idea rather than the details. Like, people get all hung up on details. Like, which school did I go to? How many O grades did I get? Could be like 6, could be none. It's not important. What is important is that I am, yes?
Do you have any special skills?
Oh, yes. I do. I do voices.
What are your skills, girls?
Oh, we can dance. You mean like dancing? We're really good dancers.
Yeah!
We've come to this planet looking for intelligent life. Oops, we made a mistake.
We're happy to be in America. Don't ask for a green card.
I want you in the worst way.
Mr. Matsuhisu.
Matsumoto.
Moto. Martha, can I call you Martha?
No, you may not.
Okay.
Human resources lady.
It's Pam.
I'm sorry. Well, Pan.
No, my name is Pam.
Are you saying Pan or Pam?
I'm saying Pam. Yeah, I'm sorry. Who's this gentleman sitting behind you?
Hello, Ms. Lady.
I have fast food experience.
Yeah, like 20 years ago.
Do you have any experience?
No, sir, I have no experience, but I'm a big fan of money. I like it. I use it. I have a little. I keep it in a jar on top of my refrigerator. I'd like to put more in that jar. That's where you come in.
We're not generally comfortable in an office setting, I would say.
I get cooped up.
Not so task-oriented, not a workhorse.
I also get headaches from computers, so I can't be around them for too long.
I take stuff.
If you're looking for a Clydesdale, I'm probably not your man.
We're slow learners, and we're not particularly good listeners. That'll be a huge problem.
We're also slow learners.
What's your policy on Columbus Day?
We work.
Really? The guy discovered the new world.
Nobody in this town works without a retainer, guys. You think you can find somebody who does, we tell you have my blessing. But I think we all know that person's not going to represent you as well as I can.
Well, our offer is $84,000 a year.
Retainer. Retainer.
Let's do this, you guys are hired. You're in, unless you're like the weirdest guys ever and I don't see it.
Great.
I thank you for your time.
Actually, sir, I really need this job to impress a girl.
Will you leave now, please?
Please leave this office. We're done with this interview.
Do we get any sort of souvenir?
Get out of my office!
Hey, we tried, right?
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
My resume.
So, in light of that, a video, and we'll have a brief discussion on what was wrong about this entire set of extracts from the interviews we've seen. First thing, what are essentials of an interview is something we're going to have a brief discussion on, okay? And while I talk about this, there's certain things that you had to notice. That's why this video was shown. This was not a comedy clip, okay? This was shown so that you could notice. And the first thing, let's start with the first very basic thing. Addressing a person properly in an interview is important. Your confidence, skills, everything matters, great. But addressing a person properly in an interview is important. HR lady, Pam, the lady with the hat, no, that's not how you refer to a person who's taking your interview. They would take solid offense to it. Since there's limited time, I will not cover these intricacies in detail, but we'll cover the appropriate dressing for dressing ethic for both men and women there. All right. And this is something that is mentioned, and I think we should take note of. You're free to wear anything you want, but it's an interview. Be simple, be sober. Wear formal attire, which is simple and sober. Formal pants is something you can wear. Jeans with shirt you cannot wear. You should not wear. The best thing would be to search the attire that you are supposed to cater to. A simple attire, formal attire, based on however you go forward with. Now, let's go ahead with what to do before an interview. Know about the company you're applying, know about the organization you're giving interview for. Try and do a little research. Who are you going to interact with the next day? Research a little bit about who you're going to be interviewed with if you have the access and the means for researching it. If you can't, obviously, okay, how can you have knowledge about something you can't research? So, if you're being interviewed by someone you know, आपको बोला है कि देखो आपका इंटरव्यू कंपनी के मालिक के साथ है. Go and do a little research on him. Come on, go and research what does he like. So, another important thing that we were told, and I think it's pertinent that you know, especially in projects in companies, when you're applying, and all these people who are in their interviews asking you, can we make you feel comfortable? Aap chai lenge ki coffee? It's a trap. Don't fall into it. Don't say yes. आपको भूख लगी है, घर जाके पी लेना, बाहर जाके पी लेना. Unless you know it's a person you know, I don't think you should, and you're meeting for the first time, it does not carry a good impression. Now, your HR manager says whosoever is taking interview, please don't hesitate. Be very frank with me. Do you think this interview is bad? You're not supposed to say yes. You are not supposed to say yes. Now, what's your perfect motivation for applying for this job? Sir, I'm very bad. The object statement in your resume, that. The thing like, I want minimum responsibilities. आपके job, आपके office में कोई काम नहीं होता है, best place for me to work. No, you do not have to do that. Third, things like, what are your strengths? My strength is maths. Nahi. Try and understand the larger implication of this question. If someone is asking what are your strengths, if you say maths, connect it to the long run perspective, explain them, in a fashion which convinces them that he's the right person for this job. For example, I'm applying for an accounting job. I say my strength is maths, and therefore I can do accounting even I can do calculations with my fingertips. Great thing that I have to add on in your to carry an impression. Now, in terms of weakness also, this goes for resume also. Whether to put your strengths and weaknesses in a resume, it's recommended not. My weakness, I remember the 7th class CV I made. I wrote my weakness is maths. And I wrote my strength is family values. Okay, very great, but no. Please mention that as a part of a larger statement rather than mentioning that as something, only something that only you would care. It's personal to you, your family values. Why would the recruiter be caring what or something like your strength? I am an adventurer. तो हम क्या करें? That's a common question that you would ask, no? What are your weaknesses? I cry under pressure. Why are you telling this to a person who has to hire you? He will give you more reasons to cry, don't you think? Don't. These are certain don'ts. Now let's go ahead with what to do in an interview. The appropriate way of dressing, the appropriate way of addressing, the appropriate way of sitting, your body postures, your eye contact. Now let's go ahead with the idea here. What to do after an interview. Show that you care about the interview. And before you're in an interview and the interview ends, ask sir, when can I expect the results by? वो सामने से बता देंगे वैसे तो आपको, but when can I expect the results by? Sir, when will I and ask this when they sir, if I may, something like that. ऐसा नहीं कि thank you, you may leave now, but sir मेरे को कुछ पूछना है, ऐसे नहीं, no, nothing like ऐसे नहीं करना है, ठीक है? Something like okay, thank you Agastya, it was a great interview. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? Then you, sir, if I may, when would the results be out by? They say कि result you will hear from our team within the next 7 days. Wait for the next 7 days. You might be very enthusiastic for the job. हर दिन हर घंटे कॉल मत करना उन्होंने बोला है 7 दिन तो रुक जाओ, ठीक है? What to do after an interview? Show that you care. Don't show that your interview is done and you don't care anymore. You've just gone. After that, maybe write an email, a message. How to reach out to your interviewers or the company. Write ki thank you. It was a wonderful interview. Thank you for instilling something in me, and etc. etc. That right there is a good way to go. Now let's go ahead with this. When 7 days are over, please feel to write back and take a feedback and ask, please, can I get a feedback? Can I hear what is the result? It shows like you care. Sometimes that's a testing criteria that companies use. Who cares enough to write back to us and ask us ki how much they care about the interview? आपका interview आप चले गए, मतलब you don't care anymore. Why would they care about having you? There are millions of candidates who are applying. No, that's the thing we have to keep in mind. Okay, that's basically all from my side since we're running short of time. This was a gist, and I think we've ended the session in time.